All right, let's do a little sponsorship experiment here. So we have allocated around $10,000 of marketing budget this month that we have not spent. So we want to run some sponsorships or some ads or something that we can just test and use this budget to see if we can get this channel to work. So I'm going to build a list of potential things that we should sponsor here. So I'm in my marketing manager agent, and I'm just going to start a new thread here, and I'm going to say, we have $10,000 of marketing budget left to spend this month, and I would like to allocate it towards testing some sponsorships. Could be some, newsletter sponsorships. It could be YouTube sponsorships. It could even be individual influencer type people on LinkedIn or Twitter. In fact, having a good distribution spread of those would actually be nice. So I would like you to research the most valuable ones that we could sponsor. I would also like you to do a couple categories here. I think we should hit a couple channels that are, general AI, talk about building AI agents specifically for B2B SaaS. I would also like to focus on a couple that are targeted towards e-commerce and D2C in that category. And take a look at all of the context and info you have, and feel free to pitch me any other categories. So let's start by outlining these categories before you actually go find the sponsorships. Cool. See how it does. So this works just like Claude here, except it has access to all of our information and all of the integrations that are connected through our company workspace. And for the record, I could also be doing this in Slack if I wanted to, but I kind of like doing it through the dedicated app. So I'll give it a minute and see what it comes back with. Okay, cool. So it gave me some options here. I actually don't really want general AI because that could just be like, I don't know, consumer ChatGPT stuff for all I know. But yeah, these all look good. I'm just going to go with those suggestions. And let's see. I think I want to wait to e-com or D2C. Actually, no, let's go to high intent. That one probably doesn't matter that much. Okay, cool. So it's got some criteria to go off of here. Nice. Cool. So it's collected all the info. Let's see if it comes back with a list. Okay, so it did a quick analysis here, and it's got the categories and the budget allocation where it did a distribution based on my answer. Yeah, okay, so it wants me to confirm the allocation, the ticket size. So I think generally it's done well here. I just don't want it to treat it as these really hard criteria. So I'm going to say, yeah, that generally looks good, but treat the allocation and the ticket size as just sort of a rough estimation. I suspect a lot of the sponsorships might not even have direct pricing published. So for those, I just want to reach out and see what they're going to charge. Maybe it's even a negotiation. So don't treat those as hard and fast rules in terms of spend and allocation. Just use it as kind of like a rough estimation of what we're going to spend. By the way, if you don't transcribe all of your prompts, I'm not just doing this because it's a demo video. I hate typing. You should really start transcribing. It's amazing. Okay, it finished. It seemed a little suspiciously fast, but we'll take a look. So it's got the information it used here. It's got the distribution spread that it used. So basically just gave me an explanation, but here at the bottom, I now have my document. So let's give that an open and let's take a look. Nice. Okay, I'm actually really happy to see this one at the beginning because I've sponsored Bins Bites before and it's always been one of my best sponsorships. So that's definitely one I would want to hit again. Let me expand this a little more. Great. Yeah, these seem pretty good, honestly. I'm glad I gave it the instruction because it's finding that most of these are the pricing's not published, which I just kind of know from experience of sponsoring things. Okay, so YouTube held in reserve. That kind of makes sense. Cool. So I think this is a good test list here. I did remember I forgot to give it one thing though, so let me check on this. I want to make sure that all of these are still actively publishing. Can you make sure that all of them have been publishing recently? And then I want you to go and find the best contact for me to reach out to ask about sponsoring. I'm assuming they've got that published somewhere pretty obvious. Okay. Awesome. That seemed to go pretty well. So it looked like it verified that they are all recently published. And then it found the contact for each. Some of them have got like a page, some of them have got an email here. That sounds good. Let's look at the notes here. Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, like part of me is like, we'll go find their personal email, but I actually suspect they don't really want to be reached out by their personal email because they've got a system for this. So I think that all sounds good. And then this is actually what I was going to have it do next. It's very funny that it recommended this. So we have a skill that writes things in Fletcher, the CEO's voice. So I'm going to say, yeah, actually, can you go ahead and draft an outreach email in Fletcher's voice, but just put that copy in a column of the tables and save it to the document so that I can do the manual outreach. And I'm going to do that because I'll probably still have to tweak the copy some, but it'll give me a really good starting point. And then I'm good to go. I can just start reaching out for some sponsorships, and the whole thing will probably have taken me like, I don't know, 45 minutes total, because it's done all of this for me. And I could have it, actually go and send in the emails, but, there's certain stuff that I still like to be human. So I'll let it run its thing here. It'll probably run pretty quickly. And then I'll show you the end, and I'll leave that demo off there. Okay, seems like it did just what I expected here. Cool. So yeah, wow, it even gave me a subject. Nice. I mean, it's pretty basic, but cool. This will give me a pretty easy point to start with the email copy. So I'll basically just go in, paste this, and then make minor edits and send it myself. So cool. Thanks, Type. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments or an idea for something else you'd like me to build. I'm looking to do a lot more of these demos.